Hi everybody, my name is Melissa and I'm one of the Zana girls. Today we're going to be doing a quick Q&A video to answer the questions that you ask us on a regular basis. The first question comes via Twitter and it's from BHC School of Design. BHC asks, what is the one thing that you've learned at varsity that you use in your everyday life? Ironically, I studied at BHC and it is an interior design college, and while I don't practice as an interior designer every day, I definitely use the programs and the fundamentals that they taught me throughout my everyday. So for instance, I use SketchUp to design our furniture range. That's just one basic program, but we do also do a lot of product development at Zana, and I think knowing your materials and knowing where things come from helps with that. This question is via Instagram and comes from Gilky Way. She asks how to take the best Instagram photos. Zana is a small business, and in a small business you tend to all do a little bit of everything. So while the Instagram account is predominantly run by me, Robin and Nikki also chip in to kind of even the load. When taking Instagram photos, I think the first and important thing is natural light. It's far easier to start off with a really good photo and then edit a little bit than it is to actually try and lighten up a really dark photo. We also tend to put in a hand or a ring or something to kind of give the product scale. Now yes, that's ideal for product shots, but in general, I think having a white surface, something that is easy to read, makes your subject matter pop, is the way that we think good Instagram photos are made. The top 3 apps that we really love using for editing photos are Avery, Snapseed, and ViscoCam. ViscoCam being our favorite, but you know, we can't really be biased. Because we're an online store, we don't always get to meet our buyers, but when we are out in public and we get to see you guys and say hello, we tend to get a lot of questions about small businesses. One of the questions that we're often asked is, as a small handmade business, a store has asked me to give them products on consignment. What should I do? First of all, for those of you who don't know what consignment is, it's basically where you create the product, you put it into a store, they don't pay you up front, but they pay you once the product is sold. Now there's a lot of pros and cons when it comes to this. First of all, it's obviously quite a high risk for you because you're investing money into a product and then putting it in a store and then only getting your return a little bit later. Whereas one of the pros is to expand your brand and to get out there basically and almost more accessible to the general public. Using a store for that is really great. Initially, Zana started with a lot of consignment clients, only because we needed to get out there. It's a good marketing exercise to kind of experience the different markets and see where you would do best. And then as your business grows, you can slowly control your consignments a little bit more. The other thing with consignment is it is very difficult to manage your stock, and you have to kind of have a good relationship with the store owner, because at the end of the day, it's money, and if that money goes missing, you're the one losing out. Another frequently asked question is, how do I make a wholesale catalog and price list for my products? Alright, so this is definitely not an easy thing, and it doesn't happen overnight. It can be quite tedious, but if you do it slowly and you do it regularly, it becomes quite easy. Luckily for us, we have Nikki and she's a superstar, so that's easy. But what I would recommend you do is you take your photographs on a white background, you deep etch them on Photoshop, and then you would kind of place them on your A4 document as best that displays the product, and then you would kind of have like codes for your product, and the codes can be anything really because you're kind of setting your own tone. There's no like universal code for anything, you can kind of decide that, but as long as the code correlates with the price list and the price of the product is listed. Another important thing is to have the description of the product. At the end of the day, the person who is requesting your wholesale catalog is wanting to invest in your brand, and they need to know exactly what they're buying. Especially if you're an online store, people might not be able to see the product, or if they're an international buyer, they can't be hands-on unless your catalog and your wholesale document is hands-on for you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope that these questions help you in your adventure to business. And yeah, leave your comments below if you'd like to add any more questions for our next video. That'll be great too. Thanks, bye!